There we go.
Let's head out.
Why couldn't all these aristocrats stay in Canaveras? I bet they have a place in curses. Obvious review,
Let's
Commander.
be careful.
Anywhere there. There we go.
My not so numerous, but nonetheless dearest guests. About a year ago at my last birthday party, I assured you all that I nurtured a deep-seated hatred for boring people who give protracted speeches in the misplaced belief that their inner thoughts are of any interest to anyone but themselves. Now I am a whole year older and also a full-fledged crusader, an honorable position that requires me to be as dull, pedantic, and vexing as I possibly can. Therefore, a speech it is.
Okay.
The revered cleric Nestrin, my guardian and tutor, often told me that those who live a sinful life may expect to join the abyssal hordes after they die. This is why their path is the most despicable of all. A part of their soul may return to Mendev in the abominable form of a demonic invader.
Okay.
Every time we see a demon, we might as well think about it. What if this wretched creature used to be your great-great-grandfather? What if certain parts of this pointy-tailed beauty used to belong to your pious cousin? They say that the demons represent the sins of the souls they are made of. Succubi emerge out of lustful souls. Vandals turn into Abracandilu. Gluttons become Nabasu. I, for one, am determined to commit as many different sins as possible, so that the distributive mechanism of the abyss breaks when it tries to decide what to do with my soul.
Wow. Okay.
You, my dearest guests, will be my assistants in this complicated task. Eat, drink, and indulge yourselves in whatever vices you can. Let nobody leave this house as righteous as they entered it. Live every day like it's your last.
Wow.
After all, nobody knows when that day will arrive, do they?
Do they? Okay. Throws his glass on the ground. Leader Hawkbay. Interesting. Did you find anything? Not really. I took a few notes of things. I attempted to find out whether anything unusual or mysterious was happening. The Count over the last 10 years. Despite my conversations with his acquaintances, two people noted that he never speaks of the revered Nestrin, the priest of Iomade, who was his guardian tutor, yet he didn't just mention Nestrin in his speech, whatever that might be. He told me you tried to find out if anything odd happened to Daeran over 10 years. Strange occurrences in the house, like objects moving by themselves or candles going out. Of course, it could be simply a figment of their imagination. It's also very well known that the Count often invites various spellcasters to entertain him and encourages them to use their magic in mischievous ways. Practically the whole of Mendev knows a story about the three drunk wizards and their teleportation race across the roofs of Canberra after a party at the Count's house. What I'm trying to say here is that any fluctuations in residual magics in the house are not all that surprising. There was a matter of an abduction, however. A gang of bandits kidnapped the Count, hoping for a ransom, but the only reward they got was death. Afterward, the Count told everyone he had hired the bandits himself as a joke. The other mercenary squad that freed him and executed the bandits was also in his employ. Nobody really wanted to delve in too deep into the case, after confirming the identities of those wretched cutthroats. But there was one disturbing fact about it all, and I don't mean the Count's bizarre idea of fun. The mercenaries who supposedly freed him had also cut off the bandits' heads after they had already killed them. Their heads were cut off? My companions have been finding severed heads among their belongings recently. Strange things like this weren't a problem before Daeran joined the party. What? That is an alarming coincidence. Now we have another reason to conduct an investigation. This is crucial. We find out exactly what happened. Yes, perhaps, but I wouldn't have noticed this detail if I had not visited Heaven's Edge right after the tragic accident. I remember that we found several headless bodies, both the guests and demons. We thought they had been decapitated in the fight. Okay, so what do we need to do? Now, here's the hardest part. We need to deep dive into the past, which requires casting several different spells over some time. And it would be very convenient for me if nobody interrupted the process, especially the Count himself. I don't think he remembers my face, but a suspicious stranger casting unknown spells might attract attention. All in all, what I want you to do is distract the master of the house. Right now he's playing the host in the very place I'd like to start with. I don't know, maybe your companions can assist you somehow. Look around, perhaps there's something that help. Interesting. Okay, let's save.
Tread lightly.
We're gonna take all the loot. It's been neglected for years.
I'm gone.
College World. There are occasional traces of older masonry and foundations. It looks like the building was reconstructed several times.
Follow my steps. Let's head out.
So many quiet nooks. Wait, is there something blocking the path here?
Let us be careful.
Door? Door sealed. Looks like it hasn't been opened in a long time. Door sealed.
Tread lightly.
Fine.
I'm gone. Follow my steps.
We're just gonna collect every beer, every bottle we can find.
Let's head out.
Yeah. Oh, that door's open.
Something here.
Seems to be a hidden cache inside this. You see a key hung among the decoration.
Let us
Alright.
be careful.
Impressive.
I've spotted something.
Oh, good loot. Nice. More loot. Where do we get? Counterfeit Derek's Sunhammer jewelry. Another weird to cast healing spells without provoking attacks of opportunity. Oh, wow.
Tread lightly.
Oh, what was this? Countless Selena, Neva, Dara, Arden, with her infant son Daeran. Unlike the typical aristocratic portraits, this one depicts a young mother having fun with a child on a
I'm
seesaw.
gone.
Nice. There's an axe laying around.
Follow my
Shield laying
steps.
around. Ooh, a hat. Elicits the wearer a +2 profane bonus to intelligence score whenever they cast a slow or haste spell It is quickened as though using the quickened spell feat. Whoa! Additionally, once per day, this hack can be make any spell quicken. That's really good. Who has haste? Who can cast haste and slow besides her? I'm not willing to give up my 2 intelligence for fast haste. I don't think I have anybody who can. And what's this say? This door is sealed.
Let's head out.
This estate could be made into a formidable defensive outpost. It should be expropriated. Yeah, he wants to use it. All right, so we've looked around a little bit. Okay, so let's talk to Daeran. Supposed to come up with a fraction. Here we go. I had to actually click on him. I've always considered myself a hero, but when doomsday comes, I thought I'd pour myself a glass of hero wine and sit in the front row and watch the world burn. Playing the violin was also an option. Now I'll be damned if I know how I ended up in the 5th Crusade. How did I become the companion of the heroine chosen by Omede? Sometimes the most casual occurrences dictate our fate's course. I'm afraid that is not always the case. Sometimes it is dictated by an alien but wholly deliberate forces. Spill wine. Oh, I'm sorry. You do not mean to ruin a suit that costs more than a thoroughbred. Don't fret, I have a spare to chew away. When I return, I shall even look more stunning. Okay, so... Wow, everybody's gone? Where did everybody go? You did your part. Now get ready to watch and listen closely as I unravel the past this place and try to show you whatever I find. Countess Selena Arundel. The hum of the voices, laughter, and music fills your mind. Then the visions come fragmented by hazy at first and eventually coalesce to reveal a single face. It is a woman stunning. Wow, lady cannot talk. It is a woman of stunning, heavenly beauty, and her delicate features instantly tell you who she is. The family resemblance to Daeran is obvious. My dear guests, the Lady of Heaven's Edge welcomes you all with I hope this day is as bright for you as it is for me, because on this day my only precious, sometimes arrogant but utterly beloved child was born. Hey, how you doing? Greetings, mortal. Sorry, I was focused over here for a bit. My chat was back behind my window. Move it. Um. I was a little too focused on Daeran's party. We're in chapter 2. We're slowly making our way to the second city. There's like the prologue. Chapter 1's in the first city, and then chapter 2 is on the road. It's really good. I'm having a really good time with it. My dear guests, the Lady of Heaven's Edge welcomes you today. Yeah, okay, yeah, sweet. A child is usually a reflection of their parents and caretakers. Countess, will you allow the humble tutor of this young man to address the guests and the man of the hour as well? The importance of making sure that I move my chat window in front of my Chrome window. Hello, Chris. I'm sorry I missed you, buddy. Usual. Okay, a new face appears. Handsome old man with strong, dignified posture and voice emanates from the mouth. Can't we have just one day without one of your sermons? It's my birthday, after all. 10 years ago, the young Daeran had an utterly angelic appearance. His sable manners and expression like the dignity of a true angel. Day, I'm sure the Reverend Nestor only wanted to hug you and offer you best wishes on his birthday. Wait, what's that noise? Lily-too. The shrill laughter rings in your ears and reverberates. In this vision, a Lilitu appears before the guests of the estate and gives them an exaggerated, scornful bow. The sorceress of evil has come to your celebration, mortals. Did you prepare a treat for me too? What do you want, spawn of the abyss? I've already done everything I wanted to. Hey, you doddering cleric, look around. Don't you notice anything odd? The plague is in your wine, in your food, and in the air around you, in your blood. Soon you will all die. Pray to your pathetic goddess and call upon your healing powers if you want. But they're not going to help you. Nothing will help you. I will give you the chance to see for yourself, and when I return, the grave realization that you will have already sunk into your teeth and your throats. Now, I love watching mortals in their final desperate hours. She finishes her speech with an air kiss to Daeran, making him freeze in horror, and then she disappears. Interesting. One of the many sisters of the accursed Monago. So far, everything I've seen matches the official version of the events. Who are those people? Surely the cleric could have done something. Can't say for certain, but I believe there was nothing he could have done. Magical diseases are already a difficult one to cure, and this plague struck fast indeed. We must find out what happened next. Okay, what now? I sense aftershocks are showing outbursts and emotions and memories somewhere in the west wing of the house. Something must have happened in one of the rooms, so please check to see if anyone is in there and distract them if need be. Great. I'm just gonna go around spilling the
Let us be
wine at
careful.
everybody's shirts. That sounds like a great idea. Yeah.
Tread lightly.
Okay, so I can't. I
I'm
haven't found a
gone.
key yet. Well, hey, Daeran, with your shirt off. Let's save here before we. Commander, I assume you have an urgent matter that requires my attention. I am absolutely confident that you will not be able to persuade Cecil to draw a portrait of you. A nude portrait, that is. First, what is this room? Just a random room. I told my servants to make rooms ready. This is one of the rooms they chose. Yeah, we're going to do this one. That sounds like a fine idea. Our cleric will surely turn down a direct request, but if I tell him that we can sell the portrait at a charity auction, why, I have never thought of selling nude portraits at a charity auction. It will be a huge scandal, but it'll be all for good cause. This will give the Godbrothers something to complain about. You've given me a brilliant idea. Okay, that was genius. That was genius. Oh. Okay, Leotur. Just locking the door behind me. That's great. This vision might be difficult to watch. Mother? Can you hear me, Mother? Hey, my boy. How did you get here? Don't come any closer. This disease. Mother, listen, the Reverend Nestor sealed the gates. He says he won't let anyone leave the estate. The plague reaches the larger settlements. Nobody will be able to stop it. He claims this is why the demons attacked us in the first place. They knew we would call upon the strongest clerics to heal us, and those clerics would catch the disease and die as well. The fat Baron and his family tried to escape. The 3 armed paladins barred their way and said they would not let them go. Mother, we need your help. Canterbury is full of wizards, clerics, and wizards and demons who know else. They might be able to stop it. We need to get there as soon as possible. We must obey the Reverend Nestor. We are the Lords of Mendev. We must protect our people. If the plague, if it reaches Canterbury, thousands of innocent people will die. I don't care about innocence. You're ill, Mother. You're dying. You must tell them to open the gates and take you to Canterbury. They won't listen to me, but you are the lady that's sick. They can't refuse you. I can't. I must. Please leave, my dearest. Don't lose hope. You can still. Convulsion takes over her countess's body, and her last words are swallowed by a long, guttural groan. And now we have the answer for one of my many questions. Nobody went to Canterbury in search of help because the Reverend Nestor wouldn't let them. He valued the safety of the city more than the lives of his flock or in the state. What a difficult choice it must have been. Was there really no other choice? Who can say now? They must have sent one of the paladins to bring help from Canterbury, assuming that the Knight of God was immune to the disease. Perhaps Nestor thought he might need them to maintain order, or maybe he misunderstood that the demons would not allow anyone to leave or maybe he understood they wouldn't allow him to leave anyway. We'll never know if these hypotheses. Yeah, I don't trust the Nestor. I've never been in the revered Nestor's position, but I know the price of difficult decisions, especially those you have to make quickly. Yeah, I have no right to judge him, but we must continue our investigation. The next site I'd like to examine is the Great Hall. This is where we found the remains of Nestor and the demons. I assume that he killed them in a confrontation, but we must be sure of that. I like that this Inquisitor, keeps going to wherever everybody is, instead of finding doing it in the other way. Stop trying to talk me into this. You have neither heart nor conscience, and even the noble idea of charity becomes a farce when you touch it. Okay.
Follow my steps.
Not really sure what they're going to look like that. Daeran's new dog. Daeran's over here now, so let's talk to him. Oh, hi there, Cytra. That rotter socio refused to sketch me in the nude for charity, but it didn't upset me too much. The faces he made while explaining the idea to him were worth it. He looked very much like a pious matron confronted with a talking male organ. One that was 2 foot long and held aloft by a pair of golden angel wings. Everyone's enjoying the party, having a good time? How about you? Are you having any fun? Of course I'm having fun. What's wrong? You want me to spend my whole life in fear and mourning, blaming myself for what happened? Fine, let's change the subject. I thought a unique ambience of Heaven's Edge and the fact that we're in the very border of the world would make the celebration special. I thought that the past would resurface and make itself known. Well, it seems even the ghosts that wish to attend my parties. What can we do to liven up the evening? Okay, so we've got to figure out a way. Short stroll, be alone with my thoughts. Drinking contest. We'll do that. Drinking contest. Ah, yes. The tried and trusted method of salvaging a dull party. For salvaging anything, actually. I'm ready, but who's my competition? Land will be my champion? Or Land. I'm ready. Oh, kid from the cave, I should tuck you in your bed. Fully prepared for when you clap something. Okay, cool. We're gonna go outside. Everybody's against me. I'm gonna cheer him on. Haha, it's just your face. Yeah, I thought I was supposed to get them to leave. This is not doing that. My grandfather put this bottle in the family cellar. It allowed the sign on the luscious line to stay face and finish inside. I don't feel very well. Hey everyone, let's go back outside. I need to get some fresh air on my lungs. Alright, so run. Impressive. It's like another glimpse into the past. Why are you running from me, my sweet prince? Come, let me touch you. I'll give you... Get away from him, demon. Let the boy go. By the blade of the inheritor, you touch him over my dead body. You pathetic old cleric. Are you the guardian of this charming prince? Well, you guarded him in vain. The disease is already circulating in his blood, and soon he will rot before your very eyes. You won't be able to help him. And I can at least make sure his death is beautiful, clean, and sweet. We'll see about that. Something is wrong, Commander. My spells are not working as expected. Some kind of supernatural explosion occurred here 10 years ago. Been blending everything together. Magical auras, emotions, memories. I will try again to read it. Just give me a moment. Daeran, my boy, what's going on? Leader's muscles. The vision is channeling you, but you feel something enormous, chilling, silently. infiltrate the reality around you. The presence of this nameless being is almost becoming powerful. Some alien entity is talking to him. Hurry up, old cleric. Stop it right now. Do you really want to see what happens? Save me? Can you save me? The presence thickens into something more tangible. The entity is silent, but you feel your blood pulsing in your temples. In each beat brings a new image, or rather a new notion. Help brings a feeling of relief and safety. Exchange makes the pulse stronger, more demanding. Hate and secret come immediately after. The images become heavier, almost violent. Secret, keep the secret. Otherwise, death, death, death. The gruesome images swirl in your mind, filling it with pain, fear, and all sorts again. Help, exchange, secret, death. Nestrin stretches out his hand, waiting. Daeran, wait, the thing you're about to let loose is even worse than these demons. Daeran's body quivering taut bowstrings, his eyes dart from the cleric to demons who's frantically casting protective spells. Demons, saints, I'm so fed up with all of you. Burn! Poor guy. He opens his eyes. What a misfortune. No, what a disaster. Everything is far worse than I imagined. Do you understand now what happened 10 years ago? Wait, are you alright? The strained emotions. They overwhelmed me and made me faint. A little agitated youngster. It's nothing really. I shall not be able to cast my spells for the rest of the day, but aside from that, I'm fine. Well, do you understand what happened 10 years ago? Yes and no. Damn it, my thoughts are astray. I'll try to explain everything to you in full detail. Okay, full detail, he said. Everybody, full detail. Full detail. Many living things are capable of performing the most extraordinary feats, good or bad. But when a deadly threat looms over them, 10 years ago, the young count found himself cornered in every sense of the word, and he allowed some alien entity to intercede for him. It frightens me to think. It frightens me that all my experience as an Inquisitor is completely useless in this case. It does not resemble anything I have heard or read about. The entity, I think I will call it the Other, possesses uncanny power. It is capable of instantly killing 3 greater demons and a mighty cleric and a host of other mortals. You saw everything yourself. What's worse is this entity, this Other, is still here. Takes a long pause, and his gaze around the chamber. All the guests were laughing and dancing. Daeran's eloquent voice rises above the music for a moment. He's asking someone to bring more wine and add more logs of fire. I don't know exactly what this creature is, but I know what it did to the Count. It turned him into a living gateway. The Other is not inside the Count's body. It is not directly controlling his mind. That's why there are no obvious signs of possession, but it is looking through his eyes. It treats him like a window into our world, and it can instantly step through to wreak whatever havoc it desires. Does Daeran know anything about this? Yes, of course he does. Did you hear what the Other tried to convey to us? Help in exchange for a secret. Death. Death to those who know the truth. It wants to have an opportunity to use the Count as a gateway without anyone knowing. This is what made Daeran deny that he remembered anything about the conclusion of the events at Heaven's Edge. Seems very likely. I'm almost certain you're right. People tend to lose their heads when they get too close to Count Arendelle. Anyways, I do apologize. That was inappropriate. Perhaps your gruesome findings are the heads of some cultists who tried to kidnap the Count during the Kennebreth slaughter, or perhaps they were provoked the Other in some other way. Did the Other kill everyone? The disease was not to blame? Not everyone, just Nestor and his paladins and a few remaining guests. Damn it, I know that it was the work of a mysterious omnipotent entity, but it still stings. I was here 10 years ago and I didn't check everything personally. And those who did failed to sense anything was wrong. What might this other want? That's the strangest thing about it. It came to this world 10 years ago and it's still here, right? All this time it's been watching through the eyes of the Count. Had it, for instance, wanted to kill Her Majesty the Queen, it would have had plenty of opportunities to do so. The Count can just get close to practically every influential figure in Mendip, but the other refuses to act, or its interests lie in some other sphere. Yes, now that we understand, I must make a crucial decision, despite a lack of dearth of information. What are you sorry for? I apologize for dragging you into this mess. You see, the other, an entity of immense power, stated very clearly would kill anyone who found out the truth. Anyone who knows the Count actually is a living gateway. I suppose the secret is currently known to 3 people on Daeran. You, me, and Count Daeran. That means... why should I keep it a secret? As soon as the Count finds out we know it's secret, the other will understand it as well. We do not know what it is, and what exactly the scope of its powers, but we do know it would dispose of anyone who might reveal its existence. I've made a decision. I will not tell anyone about this discovery we've made, not even the Queen or my superiors. Instead, I will immediately go to Near Soren and sift through all the archives of the Inquisition in order to find out exactly what we're dealing with, and how I can possibly be defeated. I may also make some cautious inquiries into other places, including Absalom. Still, I will not reveal the truth until I have found some reliable information. I'm asking you to do the same, specifically not to say a single word about our investigation and the Count himself. So, you want me to lead the crusade while carrying a bomb that may explode any moment? What are you going to do with Daeran? At the very least, he's guilty of letting the other into the world. I'm afraid that you won't be able to hide from the consequences when this bomb does explode. It's up to you to decide, though. Fine, I'll keep it secret. You made the right choice. I recommend that you go back to the guests and spend the rest of your evening as you please. Anything else might raise suspicions. I must leave immediately and search the new knowledge. Okay. That sounds really cool. And there's more bottles of beer.
Let's head out.
So Daeran is... Daeran is a conduit for an extra-worldly entity.
Let us be careful.
Okay, 1 second. Save. Okay, so are we done here? You're not going to have a final...
Tread lightly.
Hey, it's our pet. I thought he'd have like a final evening speech.
I'm gone.
Okay. Area exit. Area exit. Okay, there's no way, no. Great, we failed to sneak past.
Close ranks.
Bless. Mage armor. Dark skin. Skills. Cam is going to get Barkskin.
Out of my sight!
You cast that. Heal everybody.
Attack! Aim carefully.
Assist me at once! This is inglorious.
Man, what a fight. Crazy town.
Follow my steps.
Okay. Hopefully we're not. Hopefully we can make it to camp. Cool. Okay, we made it to camp. We'll get our army.
Let's head out.
That was a non-combat event. Let's rest. Yeah, I'm not sure I like Daeran as a
You are
Opinion, yeah.
dangerous, out of control, and unteachable. Your experiments are reckless. People like you should be locked up or tossed straight on the pyre. You are an Aurilu Vorlesh in the making.
Thank you for the compliment, Gnome Boy. In truth, I have a
Gnome
long way to
Boy.
go to match the great Lady Vorlesh, but your comparison has filled me with renewed zeal.
renewed zeal.
Let us be careful.
Okay, so it should be a day. So let's go save game. After Daeran's party.
Tread lightly.
I guess we should go see if anybody has anything to say about the party. Nope. What about Daeran? Where's he at? Yeah, sometimes after an event, these sort of games, dialogue will change. You can talk to people, you know. Yep, here we go. Hello, Cytra. I'm feeling uncharacteristically pensive right now. Or rather, I'm finding it rather difficult to put my thoughts into words today. I'm trying to understand something. We've been traveling together for a while. What's your opinion of me? You don't let anyone get too close. There might be a reason for that, but you can always count on me if you ever need any kind of support. You know the truth about you, and I know what happened at Heaven's Edge 10 years ago. We did just save, so we could save to come and find out, but we're not. We're just going to do this. Have you any idea how terribly insipid you sound? Throw some extra nonsense in like you can confide in me, and I'll be adamant that you were raised by a couple of trite playwrights. You sleep by reading. Fine. You know why I asked you? Because the answer to the question is, what do you think about me? Usually reveals more about the one doing the answering than the one asking. Now that I've got you thinking, let's proceed with the usual small talk. Do you want to talk about your past? I've been thinking a lot about you since our visit to Heaven's Edge. I don't like discussing such unpleasant things. You seem quite capable of having fun. So why are you... I don't even know what you're trying to achieve here. I suppose you can always ask, and I'll decide whether I want to answer or not. Were you ever close to your mother? Perhaps, maybe. My mother loved me, and I loved her, even though I was a thorn in her side. How can you truly be close to your parents when you're an arrogant whelp? At least I was lucky enough to have a real mother instead of the countess mother. Aristocratic parents often see their children as valuable investments and vessels of their ambition. Do you miss the people who died that day? He's silent for a moment. I regret leaving my mother alone. She deserved a better death than that. They confined her to a room so that she wouldn't infect those who still believed they could avoid the illness. And, oh, I forgot that you didn't know. Alright, that's enough. So let me be blunt. I don't care about my so-called kin at all. People die every day. None of those people were my friends, and they are dead. And I am alive and able to enjoy life to its fullest. Besides, there are many far worse things than death. Thank you for your answer. Gotta go.
Follow my steps.
Okay, let's talk to Sela, see if she has anything to say. Nope. Gotta go. Oh yeah, let's go talk to this guy. Orgus? I don't know why his dialogue keeps resetting the state. Okay, save. Go. We'll take this party again, even though I still haven't really given him a fair shake. I think the biggest problem is I need to adjust bars and figure out what to do. Okay, army time? Okay, so that's a 5 demon army. We'll leave that. Let's see if there's anybody to recruit. Nope. 3 demon army. How long will it take to get there? It takes a while to get there. Go. Let's go army time. Okay, so... Oh, so that's why I keep... I just realized why I messed up so many. I've had some weird things happen in some of the things. W advances the turn. Okay, so what is this guy? I like these flaming knights. Shoot that one. Shoot him again. One we could probably deal with. You go here. You go there. Kill that guy. So we don't have to worry about him again. You go there. Yeah, that's all good. Attack that guy. You come flank him. Finish them off. Nice. Our goal is to get rid of the fire guys first. Nice. Pop, pop. You. Crap. Everybody's. Okay, we'll power them up. Oh gosh, those Hell Knights. Pop, pop, pop. Nice. 3 more X. Okay, we replenished everybody. Great. So far, that's this little murder ball we have. After the battle, one of the soldiers notices a half-effaced inscription on a nearby stone. What remained of the engraving led Crusaders to a secluded cave where they found a stash of miscellaneous relics and selflessly devoted clerics who had managed to rescue the fallen from Dresden. They also discovered flasks of sanctified oil and boxes of reagents for rituals and sacred masses. It would appear that the brave priests have hid their sacred artifacts in one final attempt to evade them from a demonic threat. Okay, I bet this goes to the 7, and we don't want to do that. What I want to do is go here. Oh, she leveled up again. Yes, we can get defensive formation. All units in a 3x3 area gain a +2 bonus to speed and a -2 penalty to AC for this round. I don't like that. +2 AC and -. We'll take the charge formation. Okay, so that's as far as they can go. So that leaves us. Here we are. We can't get to this underground hideout, so we gotta come through there. But we're gonna have to rest out on the road. I don't really want to rest on the road, but we're gonna have to, it looks like.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Who else has bless? Are these? I'm assuming all these things are evil. Yep. Okay, so protection from evil. Bless.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel. Did you see that?
Hey. We took those guys down.
I'm gone.
Area exit. I don't know what's past that way. Can we rest here? Okay, so for camouflage, nobody is good at protective rituals. She's better at camouflage. We don't need those, but scroll scribing, he's good at. Alchemy, he's good at. Okay, so I'm doing that. We'll do that. Land will take night watch. Shift 1 and here we'll have oh, I forgot we just need somebody to assist. In the event of an attack, I don't understand this, but we'll put everybody there. Well, we kind of want somebody to cook. Oh, well, he can cook. We'll have him cook. And then let's see what kind of food we have. We have lots of food. Cooking on attack rolls for the day. Temporary hit points. Skill check bonus. What was this one? +1 cooking bonus on saving throws. That just seems so good that We can't. We have that. We have enough for that. He's got plus 11. Oh, this is DC 722. That's, we're not gonna make it. We'll be lucky if we get the 10. He's got a plus 11, so that's fine. We only need a 6 or better for this. He needs a lot for that. We'll just stick with onion soup. Works. And begin resting. Save. I guess I can't. Alright, let's go. We'll try that. See how that works out. Marching on Dresden upended my life and gave me a new, utterly incomparable experience. One could say it made me a different person, a person who can dress and groom himself without the aid of servants. I like being on the march. Everybody walking together, helping each other, sharing common goals. We need people like that. More moments like that. We failed to camouflage the camp. Okay. Let's go into Chili Creek. See if that guy made it to the town. That's a dead dire wolf. Okay, first of all, let's go
You're a
ahead and
good
cast
person.
this.
I like you.
Always be ready for
And
the
this.
worst.
Open your heart to me.
Your orders, Commander.
You.
We should prepare.
Yes. Oh, quiet now? But how will they know I've arrived?
Follow my steps.
Small doll made of grass is tied to a tree with dark blue ribbon. Oh, that's a big boy.
Rules are made to be broken.
What's the difference? Suit of armor. Okay, they're
I welcome your
let's see.
company.
Armor class. Armor class is acceptable
This
now.
war must end.
Tell me, and
You know,
I'll
we
do
do
it.
not have them in a formation that makes any sense at all. So let's do this. And you up front.
Well,
Speak with your actions, not words.
Blood Rage.
you can trust me.
Yield Faith.
Trust in yourself.
Eagle eye.
Surrender or else!
I shall not fail.
Lumber.
I'll watch your back.
This is delay, poison, communal. We'll put her curse.
Meditate on your
Close ranks.
Attack!
Out of my sight! Assist me at this.
I didn't know anybody else was that.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
The world's not ending just yet.
Let's head out.
Yeah, I expected that bear to take a lot more.
Should we proceed?
Commander, it's so good to see you. It seems you found our quiet Aquarafo. I could be mistaken, but why are you looking at those shoes? Are you frightened by my arrival? Oh no, you just startled me. It was my overactive imagination. I still can't get used to living in such a small village. And the town where I grew up was a much deal larger, and it was located near a trade route, so there were always lots of new faces and plenty of people bustling around. Here, though, it's different. The moment you step outside the village, you're alone. You can walk for miles in any direction. Why are you looking at those trees? Well, see for yourself. Keep finding them in the grove. I think it's some sort of local ritual. I asked the villagers to tell me what it means, but they won't give me an answer. I just don't understand the reason for all the secrecy. You're getting used to things. Such conscience, which first I have to do my best to earn the trust. I heal, I purify the water, give us, and sooner or later they'll accept me as one of their own. I understand. My time in Canterbury gave me a small taste of war. I only had to live through it for a few days, but I know the horrors I witnessed will haunt my nightmares for years to come. I cannot imagine how hard it is for those like yourself, soldiers who have given their lives to the cause. What do the locals think? They're indifferent, they're pragmatic people. If old dead guy can help them survive, that's good enough for them. You know, some of the priests are overzealous with sermons. They demand people pray, observe rituals, make sacrifices. And all those priests, all the holy, pious, are surprised when the locals kick them out of the village and right into the nearest ditch. I was taught differently. First, you have to prove your worth. Then you show them why you and your deity are useful. And it's only after they begin to trust you, you can start asking questions about your faith, that you can really share your beliefs. Then you can tell them about old Deadeye's teachings. Well, show me around your village. Let's go. Meanwhile,
Let us be careful. Be careful!
Enjoy this!
The spirits guide me. We'll make things right. Soot is restless.
Missed me already.
I wonder why.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
he wants to be up in melee, which just makes me crazy. Here, use the crossbow.
Tread lightly.
Oop.
Are we in trouble yet?
Are we in
I'm
trouble?
curious.
I'm gone.
I'm not gonna attack. I am kind of curious what would happen if I attacked them, but for now, we're just going to... Why can't I click on this loop? That was weird.
Watch each other.
I'll cut you wide open.
And Camilla is just like stab, stab, stab. Why is he not attacking? Weird. Oh,
Follow
wait.
my
Oh,
steps.
the
In this
waiting's
wolf.
never fun.
The wolf.
Let's head out.
You require my counsel. Wise.
Shows. We were down here. Okay. Baby ribbons. Some more ribbons.
Tread lightly.
Okay. We didn't take this all the way. See where we have to go here. Oh, wait. On down here you go. That may be the village. I don't want to get too close to the village. No. Ooh. What?
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Okay, this is against his AC, this is against his knuckles. Let's see if I can...
Battle formation.
Boom. That'll teach you to mess with us. Something's got them all worked up. That's the second time they've crawled out this month. So let them come. It's not the first time. It won't be the last. But what's the matter? They can't hurt us. And we can use their hides to make a lot of waterproof cloaks, coats and cloaks. Marco, Melissa, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This is Cytra, commander of the Crusade. She's the one I told you about. Oh wow, a real hero in our little backwater. It's so nice of you to drop by. We've never had anyone so important come to visit. Heroic acts are important, but sometimes it's good to leave the front lines and talk to ordinary people in ordinary lives. Anyway, welcome to Chili Creek. No, stop it. I'm not an important guest. Just a mortal like you. That's right, 2 arms, 2 legs, no horns, or halo, or fangs, or pointy ears, just a normal human. But your reputation precedes you. Our priest here has told us much about you, and we couldn't help but admire you. Well, how should I put this? Our village is too small for anyone to to be in charge. So we just happen to know a thing or two about using a weapon. So if some nasty creature comes crawling out of the river, we give the orders. But when it comes to fishing or fixing nets, well, we'll be the one following orders. We're not an army, and there are no officers here. We live together and solve our problems together, and serve the icy rill together. Although, truth be told, it's only been the last few years that people have really started listening to us. Before that, villagers kept to themselves, and no one wanted to go poking their nose or into anyone else's business. When we first came up with the idea to start trading on the river, the other villagers stubbornly dug in their heels. But after money and goods began to flow into their village, they changed their minds. Yeah, the village has been growing. We're getting to see all sorts of things we'd never heard about before. Well, a year before last, we had a fair, and people came from all over Canterbury to attend. Then the priests came, and we'd never seen one of those in these parts. And now, who'd have thought, the commander of the crusade decides to pay us a visit. Icy Rill? Who's that? She's right here, towards the river. You think this was a sullen? No, you'd be half a day's rowing before you reach that river. It's big, to be sure, and very important. The Sullen flows through at least a dozen countries. But where would the great Sullen be if it wasn't fed by thousands of little streams and creeks like our dear Icy Rill? The people of Chili Creek hold their rivers in great reverence. The priest's observation, as a matter of fact, you notice his voice sounds a bit strange. How can we not? Our whole lives is built around the river. From wedding wreath, we send down the stream to funeral boats that floats away on the waters. When the time comes, our mother Icy Rill feeds and gives us water, protects us. With a kind of smile, Marco casts a sad-lined glance at the frowning priest. The gods are far away, but our Icy Rill is right here. We treat her with respect. You two look very much alike. I assumed you're related. You're right, we are. She's my little sister, takes after our granny. May her memory never fade. She's always restless. Couldn't sit still. Melissa is the same. She's always up to something. What are those grass dolls? There's nothing really to tell. An old local custom. It's a ritual. Doesn't seem willing to share. You been attacked by demons? Nope. Never seen any. Mother Icy Rill keeps us safe. She would never let such abominations near us. Okay. Not much has changed. He's a good lad and does some healing. Never bothers us with sermons. Why, he's even learning to fish in his spare time. He knows a lot of songs. Well, I have to go. I mean, I could have told him, but...
At your discretion.
Decide already.
Okay, let's save right here. Say in Chili Creek.